a lot of self-confidence when we write our words and we feel good about that. One of the things I've been hearing today is that, we got a lot of authors here, and from my table as a publisher, people come by and they talk to me about other issues. Like, if I write this book, now what? You have to really, really promote your work. No matter where you go, you have to have those bookmarks, those business cards out, and keep books in your car. My car has a net in it. I think most cars come with a little net in the back. Instead of mine holding my grocery bags in, I have my books like almost in alphabetical order. So when I stop my car and I see you, I can sell you not only my book, but my clients' books, authors that's up under me. So every opportunity is supposed to be an opportunity for you to sell your books. Because the worst thing you can do is to order a whole bunch of books and put them in your garage and don't do anything with it. Right? People will not buy what they don't know anything about. One person told me, feels like I'm bragging when I tell people about my books. I felt like that too. And you know what happened? I'm coming in the house with my husband and we have a fireplace. He would say, when you going to throw up in the fireplace? Because I wasn't doing anything with it. You have to sell books. And then I was ashamed. I was a shy person. I wouldn't tell people I was an author. I'd go and do all these workshops and everything, and I would walk off stage, and then people would rush me and say, do you have a book? Do you have a book? And I was like, yeah, but I didn't bring any with me, or it's not for the title of the workshop I just did. And so I started trying to write towards some of these things. So when I walk off the stage, I want you to be able to purchase my book. So we have like 26 authors up under us. Most of these people came from other companies. First of all, the reason I started this company is because my first book was the worst thing that I had ever seen. But as an author, I didn't know. I thought I had, written this book. I was at the expo. We sold 500 copies, and one of my real good friends called me and she said, Rose, this book is good. She said, but you put a lot of errors in this book. I said, I do? And she said, yes, you have the company I hired and I paid this money to. They told me they had an editor, and I happened to go there because my husband is one of these people who research everything. He said, we're going up there today. We want to meet this editor. You would not believe she was good enough. She was 14 years old, a straight A student in English. But she couldn't edit my work. She didn't even, I'm a grown woman. What's she looking for? So I put this book out, and people are like, the book is really good. I had people walking up to me. Agents was there. There was marketing people there. They wanted to know why my line was so long. People were buying the book. So I ended up crying to my husband. I just cried. I'm so embarrassed. You know why I was embarrassed? Because one thing I do know is that we leave trails behind us, our legacy. So I got 500 books out here with these errors in it. I tried to call everybody who signed my list. I said, I will give me the book back and I'll give you your money back. And people was like, no, it's all right, girl. This might become, like real important someday when you get, real famous. I got your book with the errors. I'm not getting rid of it. So that made me start my own company. I was like, as an author, I got hurt real bad. And I went back and I did that book over, and I got me an excellent staff of people to make me look good. I went out and I started looking at covers. I realized that your cover has to draw the person to your book first of all. So you have to pay real close attention to how these covers look. Then when they open the book, if they blur out an error, or your pages are not centered and don't look right, that's another problem. You can't get on bookshelves. People are not going to put that crap on their bookshelf. You go try to put your book in left bank. They're going to tell you, we want to hold this and we're going to go through, and then when they call you back, they're going to say no. So you have to make sure your book is professional. When you get ready to write it, you go to the stores. You look at it. You price that book. You don't price a book that's $10, $19, and $20. Nobody's going to buy it. When you finish with your relatives and your family, you got to go outside the door. You're going to sell, you're going to sell 100 books. But a best-selling author sells thousands and thousands of books. I make my living off of books. So as a part-time job on the side for me, I have to bring some money in so that, I can say to my husband, I need a marketing budget. I can't walk up to him, can you give me $1,000 so I can buy this ad on the back of a bus? My husband's gonna look at me like I'm crazy. You know, what have you done? I haven't seen the books. I don't see nothing going on. Nobody's gonna put good money every day. So that's the one thing that I always tell people. Set you a budget up and you market that book. There is so much free stuff too that you can use. Social media, Twitter. Every time the haves and the have-not go off, I Twitter and send out the link from Amazon for my books and I sell copies. All of the scammers, as soon as scammers go off and say, now that you relax, buy this book. You know, so I'm looking for every opportunity free. You know, I come to workshops and I put out workshops. I have free workshops to teach people because they always ask me, how do I get started? Just do it. The young man back there said, just do it. That's all you have to do. The difference between me writing 8 books is that I did it. That's the only difference. That's why I'm an author and a lot of people are not, because they sit down, they write a couple pages, and then they set it aside, or they let people take it, you know, stop me up from achieving it. Goes, girl, you can't write. Nobody don't want to hear that. You got to just sit down and do it. When you're looking for your editors, research. Read books that they said they edited. You can't just, everybody say they're an editor, you know. If I want your $400 to $1,600 to edit your book, I say I edit too. So you have to make sure you read books. You know, they have a list of books that you edit. And you have to make sure there's a difference between a person who got a journalistic degree and one who got a copywriting and a copy development degree. Because journalists, my friend was a Channel 5 reporter, and she said, no, there ain't no journalists do your book. Right. Now, they know why. You know, they said that their twist in their terms is different. You know, what they're looking for, they write by Associated Press. We're supposed to be doing by Chicago Style. So you have to really make sure you know what you're doing. Just read and research. And then do all those things you know to be a success. I am so glad to be here today because you know how I started anyway with writing. Poetry. I used to go and do these free workshops for teenagers. And I would say a poem. I would just stand there and this poem would just come out. And then they started asking me for my poetry book. And I sold my first time out, I sold 500 poetry books. I was so happy. And then I wrote another poetry book with this lady named Edna Patterson Candy. She is a big fabric artist, and she's nationally known.
She's a publisher.
Her quilts and stuff, and I write